morning. We're just taking a little rest midway of our morning walk, and this place is just so nice. It's
Cool.
it's cool, and you have that water behind us there, the fountain. It just gives this feeling of
Cool.
fresh, yeah, fresh and cool feeling. We like this garden. It's called the Shuford House and Gardens. It's a place, event venue, place.
Venue, there you go.
Weddings and graduation celebrations happen here.
And the most important thing is you can just walk through it and enjoy the gurgling water and the cool.
And admire the garden. The flowers are just in full bloom. It's so pretty.
The temperature yesterday in a neighboring town got to 95 degrees centigrade, Fahrenheit, which is not all that hot for this time of year. But coupled with the humidity, makes it very, very warm. And of course, toward the end of the day, with all that humidity in the air and that heat, all the water goes up in the air, and along about 5 o'clock it all comes down.
Yeah.
And it all came down yesterday with a great sploosh and a whole lot of wind.
Well, it's just a nice rain. Didn't have to water the garden. The plants are happy.
And so are we.
Yes, and so we must continue our walk before it gets even hotter.
You looking hale and hearty?
Well, I appreciate that. I just got to cutting the grass at Catherine's and didn't take a shower, but I'm going to go to lunch anyway.
I was wondering what that smell was. I was going to ignore that.
That's all right. Hello, Miss Josie. Hello, Mr. Ned. Hello, all those millions of people out there that are going to see this.
On a Friday afternoon.
Right,
You're
right.
your way out, on your way out.
So this is the back of the Shuford House and Gardens. And I think this lot here belongs to that property. Big place. Here we are along this path are poison ivy plants. So when you're walking along this area, be very careful if you are allergic to them, because it's not fun. I just had a reaction a couple of weeks ago, and it's drying up now, but it was very, very itchy. So this is a sidewalk, and it is planted with black-eyed Susan. It is so pretty. Instead of just grass, the lady who lives nearby planted this black-eyed Susan, and it's just so pretty. And they come back every year. I just a haven for pollinators. These are my tomato plants. They're producing fruit now, and the rain is really helping it to grow.
Look at it, it's really falling down too.
Needs to be staked properly. This is my old banana plant. It has been coming back every year. This was planted 5 years ago. Never fruited. Not enough time for it to fruit. Short summer months. It needs at least a year, I think, for it to produce fruits. This is a creek behind our house. As you can see, water has risen a little bit because of the rain last night. It didn't come up to the bank, but close to it. It looked fresh water. This is the back of our garden. A little bit overgrown. On the other side of the creek is a bamboo forest. Oh dear. This is our compost pile. Leaves and kitchen cuttings put together. It's about almost ready to be used. You see, it's become dirt now. Very good for the garden. This is an art inspiration put together by my husband. It is a collection of pipes. My husband is going to explain to you how he put together this garden art, where he got the pieces.
These are pieces of stainless steel piping, tubing, ducting that came out of the R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Factory in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And I can't claim that I was the one that got them. My younger brother did. But they laid for a long time out side of Hickory, and I brought them in here one day because just below the ground here there are access caves to places down there where these very interesting things exist. And what they do is generate some heat, some temperature, and that temperature has to be vented. And that is the purpose that these pieces of pipe now have. There's actually just one vent, but there's enough heat being generated down there that there need to be 2 exit points for it. And the one there in the front is basically a decoy and or spare in case it's necessary back here. It might be added on up above, or it might be added on here, just to see how it would work. But it's been here for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now. And in terms of a piece of yard art, as they say, it's interesting. And as a vent for all the heat that's being developed below, it's very effective. What you're seeing here is the back of the radiator. If this radiator was in place in the vehicle, the photographer right now would be sitting in the driver's seat. This is the front. And you can see here it says Cletrac. And it's a radiator off of some heavy duty piece of equipment that laid in the Jacobs Fork River for many, many years, and that's where we found it, and along with the help from my brother, we got it out and brought it up here and mounted it so that you can see this wonderful piece of
Garden art.
automotive paraphernalia that at one time provided cooling to probably a diesel engine. And you can look that up online. It's very much there, holding the top for the radiator cap. You can see all this part was metal, and the actual radiator, the core of the radiator, the lead and the copper, has long since gone away. And this is in the process of going away.